Welcome everyone to the return of your very favorite podcast, Educated Discussions. I'm Elmo alongside
Felipe.
And we are live from Elmo's house.
For the first time in a very long time.
On his couch.
That's the noise of a couch. Great audio content.
If you hear some squeaking, I promise you it was the couch. Nothing else.
Sure. Okay, whatever that means.
You know those sounds.
Yeah, sure. It has been some time. Small hiatus there, but hey, it's the holidays and we're here to reward you with some more content for your ears. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate.
But you know what?
This is your gift.
You know what we celebrated?
What?
Gaming in 2022. We watched a little thing called the Game Awards.
That's right. Hosted by Mr. Jeff Keighley?
Yep.
Okay. The last name always gets me. Otherwise known as Second E3. Always, people watch for the awards and stuff, but people be watching for them reveals, and there was a lot. And that's what we're going to talk about. Some of the winners, some of the reveals, some of the surprises.
I'm excited to be back, and our listeners are actually. We're going to do a little plug here.
Okay.
We are actually going to be doing our own Game of the Year podcast scheduled after this one.
At some point, yeah.
So just be on the lookout with your ears for that.
Yeah, we're probably going to use the holiday break to get a little bit more gaming in, finish up some stuff that we didn't get a chance to finish this year, and then once we have a better opinion, we'll get back to you with our thoughts on the year as a whole.
Speaking of thoughts, what were your thoughts on this rendition of the Game Awards, Felipe?
It was fun. I, for some reason, was under the impression it was going to be shorter this year. And
That's what they said.
And maybe it was, but it didn't feel like it. It was still...
It was over 3 hours.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe with the pre-show?
Not including the pre-show.
Oh, jeez. Started at 7. Yeah, I don't know.
He said 2.5 hours or so. But then Chris Judge had to get on stage and talk and talk and talk.
Good for him. He deserved that award. You haven't played the game yet, but I've been playing God of War Ragnarok, and he gives a good performance. Very subtle.
I'm sure he does.
Very subtle. Obviously, he's a very straightforward, literal man character, but there's some lines that he says that I would just laugh. Oh, that's a good line.
Are we going to talk about that award?
Sure, yeah. That was for best performance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Personally, and as someone who's not played God of War, and as you as someone who's not played Plague Tale Requiem, what's her name? Because I'm going to mess it up. Charlotte McBurney was robbed.
Amicia
was robbed. I am under the impression the God of War Ragnarok earned everything else in comparison. But from what I heard of Charlotte in Plague Tale Requiem, there were several points where I was like, dang, this girl, she needs to keep doing work in this medium. And
well, was it the same actress from the first?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I assume she improved.
There was a lot more range she had to hit.
It's more stuff going on.
A lot of stuff in that game.
All
and
right.
Very few games these days, just because of being desensitized, have made me audibly react. But there are moments in Plague Tale Requiem where I got out of my chair
to get some water?
I physically was like, what the heck just happened? I may have said some other words, but this is a classy show here.
It was classy. Pinkies up, everybody.
Great. I'm sure Judge did a great job. Phenomenal job.
Yeah, it's interesting because, with other performances that were there, I mean, you had Ashley Birch for Aloy, and then Sonny, whatever his last name is, for Atreus.
Fulgic?
Sure. And then, from what I understood, the person that was in the running was for the person that was for the Immortality game. Apparently, she had a lot of crazy acting because it was an actual straight up performance. Not, I mean, they all are. Not to take anything away, but it was video. That game, it wasn't actual performance capture, and apparently that this woman did a lot of different roles that she had to play. She played multiple characters and played each of them flawlessly, from what I understand. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think popularity has a big,
Yeah.
some stakes.
More people played that than
the other ones, which makes
the
sense.
others that we mentioned.
But I don't know. As someone that literally beat God of War the night of Game Awards, like actually afterwards, I can see why Kratos would have won. Again, just it's a very hard thing to compare, but just some of the stuff he says, even though it's very, I don't want to use the word bland, but you know how he talks, boy, whatever. It's just some of the stuff he says is just so good. So I was happy for him, and yeah, that that speech was way too long, but whatever, he deserved it.
I had to go to sleep at some point, and maybe if he would have, dialed it down,
Yeah.
I would have caught the rest before I had to get ready for work. However, you probably won't play Plague Tale Requiem for a while.
Probably not until it comes to PS Plus, like the first game did.
But I think we need to give Charlotte her due, and I hope she gets more of her due as the years go on.
Okay. Yeah. Now, currently, we have a TV running of trailers in the background in silence, so we can kind of refresh ourselves with some of the reveals at Game Award. That's happening right now. How'd you feel when that came up?
The one that's on the screen right now?
The one that's on the screen right now.
This was actually the first thing I saw of the Game Awards. I was like, oh, wait, it started. I got to turn this on.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
just because I'm putting the girls to sleep and everything, and it was around that time. And my oldest requires, she wants her dad time.
We are referencing...
Well, no.
Oh,
don't say it yet.
Okay.
So this one trailer, when I turned it on, I was like, they said what developer it's from. And I was like, yes, they have never disappointed me. Supergiant Games.
Yeah.
And they've never done a sequel. So when I jumped into first thing I see when I jump in is Jeff Keighley saying we got a world premiere or whatever.
Yeah.
We jump into Supergiant Games, I'm already excited.
Right.
And immediately I'm like, I don't see Zagreus here. This is going to be something new. But they always do good work. It's fine.
Yeah.
But there was a certain audio cue. It's like, dong, 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 dong. And I was like, yo, this is Hades too. And it's unfortunate that in a weird way, the Game Awards did not get more hype than that moment. It was the perfect time for me to tune in. And I believe when we did when we last reviewed the Game Awards, or like we did a prediction podcast.
Yeah, and I won.
I don't know. I think it was a tie in the anyway.
No. In regards to who actually won
for Game of the Year. Yeah. Oh, you said that one earned more points. That's what it was.
I forgot. Yeah. Anyways,
but this was my prediction for best game of the year. The year Hades was released.
Yeah, you were. I'm a big fan of the original Hades, and when I saw this, I was like, oh, I bet you he's hyped right now. But then I was looking at it because I didn't play it myself, not my type of game. I was like, oh no, is this just gonna be DLC? But then when I saw the 2 at the end, I was like, oh, okay, cool, good, happy for him, happy for you.
That was the most hype moment for me, and not that it was all downhill from there, but what a bang to start with.
Yeah, doesn't mean the way down of this peak is bad.
Then we got 2 more trailers, and the BioShock creator Ken Levine.
That's gonna be one of my big pops for the game. Let me see. What was it called? Judas?
Yeah, it's called Judas.
Judas. But let me tell you, that's just a BioShock in the next gen. I mean, he did something with his hand in a watch or something. I don't even know, but it was just BioShock again, and that's fine because BioShock's one of the best games of all time, and I was very happy to see it there, and happy that it's looking as good as it is. I can't wait. Give me more.
He does good work. I trust him.
Yeah, for sure.
And just to finish that segment of the Game Awards, but then we got Bayonetta prequel.
Yeah, we sure did. Right, for the fans, I mean, cool. It was interesting, different style. Her young before she became Bayonetta.
Completely different style.
Yeah, different gameplay and everything.
I've only played 1 and half of 2.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure it'll be great, but maybe one day I'll get into 3 or finish 2.
Yeah,
that's on my Wii U,
finish 2.
By the way.
Oh gosh, I remember that.
So I may plug that in someday. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
I like this right here.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad. And I like the little message at the end. Thank you, Kevin. Of course, Kevin Conroy recently passed away, but it is cool that at least in the Arkham games, this is his final performance, at least with that. I mean, I don't really know when his actual last performance will be, but in video game form, I believe that will be his last one. So that's special, and I like the little tribute at the end. But I don't know. I feel like there's unnecessary hate for the Suicide Squad game. Not so much hate, but I feel like I'm like, do you not see what I'm seeing? Like, this game looks great. Like, visually, I love the style. I don't get why people aren't more excited about it. I guess because it ain't more Batman. They want more Batman.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
not what they want.
I know, but like, dude, you got a whole bunch of games. So like, I don't know, but whatever.
So you're gonna play Suicide Squad?
I'm gonna play Suicide Squad.
Is there like a 4-player deal?
Mm-hmm. Well, from what I understand,
who are your 3 people buying this game with you?
I don't have to play with everybody. I can just play by myself. Okay. I'm sure it's single player, but if you get it, probably won't. But I don't know. I have my posse of friends from my old job. Best Buy. What up?
They're a little busy playing Smash.
Yeah, they are.
there was a part of me that was secretly hoping, what if they announce another Smash character? Just why not? Just throw up some bone.
Sakurai rises from the grave. Oh, here I am.
I hear you like that. A Stardew Valley.
Oh, God. Jesus. Okay. This game that's currently on right now, Jedi Survivor. It was not a big reveal. They kind of teased it a couple of days prior. Like, hey, we're going to have the first gameplay reveal of it or whatever. But what'd you think? You're a fan of the first one,
yeah,
right?
It did a lot of what I want Star Wars to do.
Right.
Like, in terms of the movies. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
It was, I would say if I were to rank trailers, it was number 2.
Okay. Yeah, it was fun, man. And boy, let me tell you, Cal Kestis, you be looking pretty good with that beard. You be looking real good. Like, a little too good. It's distractingly. Because I'm supposed to be playing this game, but I'm going to be turning the camera around and just staring at him.
It reminds me of when, like, I work in a high school.
Okay.
And then you go to the last day of school, and then summer break hits, and then they come back, and it's like, yo, this guy got a beard now.
Yeah, no, it's looking good, and yeah, I mean, just look, oh God, it's so good, man. All the different animals, traversal, it looks like a much bigger game. I can't wait, and you got that dual wielding at the end. Although I think that was in the first one, but regardless, more Jedi, or more
the name is confusing.
Yeah, what's the name?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order
was the first one.
Yeah,
and this one is
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Regardless, more of this game I'm happy with. I'm very, very excited for more.
The proof of this is that Felipe has already beaten this game the year it was released, and I saw him playing it like 2 months ago.
No, not that long ago. It was earlier this year. I was playing it because I needed something to do, and then I got pretty far into the story. I was trying to beat it again, and then Elden Ring came out, and then that's where my life went.
Is there any award in particular that you think was unjustly given to God of War Ragnarok? Because it sweeped for the most part.
It sweeped everything.
Is there anything that you were like, oh, this should have probably won for this section?
That I can think of off the cusp without having the list in front of me, which we probably should have if we were smart.
Well, they won Best Narrative. Best...
Okay, I can see that.
Not art direction, sorry. Best Score and Music.
Well, okay, what was it up against?
For what? Score and Music?
Yeah.
A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, Metal Hellslinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You've not...
I have not played a couple of those games. Xenoblades, I'm not sure. You've been playing that one, right?
I beat it in the last few...
The score jump out at you?
It's fantastic. It also felt like cheating a little bit because one of the main characters is like he's called an Offseer, and what their job is to do is to play this flute.
Okay.
And that's pretty much like their ceremony for someone who passed away.
Okay.
And there was a ton of that happening. And music, just in general, is a huge part of that like storyline. So I personally felt like it was a little robbed here.
Well, how do you know? You never played God of War Ragnarok.
I can imagine the general sounds I would hear, but with music being such an integral part of Xenoblade and not having played God of War, Xenoblade should have won.
I remember hearing a lot of praise for God of War's soundtrack and score. I don't think it jumped out at me. Now, I'm not the soundtrack person.
You are not. You do
But
not care about music in terms of video games.
I really don't. But when it's real good, I do notice it. I wouldn't say it is in this game. Every now and then it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of just like
the audio design is fantastic. That I mean, come on, man. When that axe comes back,
I have no problem with them winning that one based on playing God of War 2018.
Right. But score, yeah, I feel like that should have gone to something else. I mean, not taking anything away from it, but it didn't stand out to me versus other games when there is exceptional score.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't put it in the top 2 because I've already seen enough that I'm going to get it. But Final Fantasy 16 has me very incredibly excited. I know you don't care.
You like bloody children?
You should see the look on Felipe's face.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Of his general disgust for anything role-playing game.
No, I will say this. That trailer looked good. And so did ever since they announced Final Fantasy 16, I like the vibe that they're going for, the whole medieval Game of Thrones, let's get some titans to fight each other thing. They show the scale of one of the things, and then later on in the trailer, it's like, oh, now that thing's tiny compared to this other thing. It's like, jeez. So I'm actually excited for it. Will I like it? No, because I was excited for Final Fantasy 15. Was it 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got an hour and a half into it. I was like, nah, this ain't. This is a garbo.
But this one might be better.
Oh yeah, I hope so. It looks better. It looks more action focused. I guess the 15th one was too, but
did you beat Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Oh, there's that one game. Yeah, that Ken Levine one. Judas. What was it?
You beat 7 Remake, right?
I did for you.
So
yes.
Maybe they improved upon that combat. Because there does seem to be some similarities there.
Yeah.
But in terms of awards, just you think soundtrack was the one that?
Yeah, I don't think God of War needed to win that. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of like Vikings in the background. I don't know.
Is that the Django soundtrack?
Yeah, sure.
It won audio design, best performance. Think that's it, because those were like the big ones that were announced and weren't just kind of glossed over. Like best action adventure. For best action adventure.
Oh yeah.
Horizon, Stray, one. Tunic, Plague Tale. I haven't played Stray, by the way. Is that worthy of all its wins?
What wins did it get? Just like best indie, right? I think that's all it won. It might have won like one other thing.
It won Game of the Year.
It did not win Game of the Year.
It won best indie, yeah.
That's it, right?
And best debut indie.
That's dumb, but okay. Stray is fantastic.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is. I really enjoyed that game. It could have been. There are some things I would have done a little differently, with some of the choices that it did. But besides that, I loved it.
Can I just explain what I think should have won and something about it that I think maybe it should have won best debut. Well, I don't know what the difference is between debut and indie, but
maybe it's their first game.
It's on both lists. It's on both lists.
Okay.
So.
What is it?
Tunic. Have you seen anything about that?
I heard that game. It's not that great.
Okay. Well.
I heard it was disappointing. I heard a lot of expectations. Yeah, that's from what I hear from the few podcasts that I listened to and multiple people on it mentioning that they were really excited for it and expectations were not met. A lot of great idea designs in it, something about like a game manual that you pick up and stuff. Heard that's like genius and awesome, but that doesn't take away from the other parts of the game, which weren't as... they didn't live up to it as much as maybe they wanted to. But that's me hearing on the outside. Right. I did not play the game.
We've not ever talked about it.
No.
It's pretty much like a...
We talked about Stray, though.
Older school Zelda with like Dark Souls in there.
Mm-hmm. That's what I hear.
And the way that manual works is some of the best, like, I think, game design that I've ever like felt like I've gone through.
Yeah,
like
that's what
watching
I hear.
it or I heard experiencing it happening.
It was like groundbreaking and or not groundbreaking, but just very unique and I guess unique to that game. So
just for the audience, if they are unaware, you have a pretty simplistic control scheme, but everything available to you is there. You just don't know you have it. So it's not until you pick up these manual pages that look like a Super Nintendo. And
aren't they like manual in a weird language so you can't really
understand? A lot of
understand?
it is in a weird language, yeah. And you need to refer to other pages that you collect in the manual to figure out what some of those bits and pieces mean. So like there's one part where there's these like tiles on the floor that they obviously stick out, but you don't know what you can do. But eventually you find out if you hold like the A button on the Xbox, that's how you like can like kind of kneel and pray, and then that activates something.
Gotcha.
Just I don't know. I won't spoil anything.
You might not know this until you find this.
Yeah, and that was the first moment where I was like, man, I could have done this all this time. That would have made my life easier. But it was just it made me feel really smart.
Yeah.
And it made me really appreciate what the developers did, and sort of feel like that kind of not having played Stray, that kind of idea sounds like, yo, you debuted and had this great idea that's like novel.
Yeah. Now, in Tunic, were you a cute cat?
Fox.
Oh, but you want a cat.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like no one even knows what a fox says, but a cat, you know, it says meow. So that's why it won. All right, next. I mean, we can start saying like maybe some reviews or some reveal, of what we saw. I have a couple like notes here of things that just stuck out for me. After Us, did you recall that one?
No, you have to remind me.
I was hoping the trailer. Yeah. I wanted the trailer to come up so I can be like, oh, there it is. But we might not have gotten that part in the video yet. But it was a smaller one. I don't think it's gonna be here, to be honest. Yeah, no, it's not there. It looks like it was like Journey mixed with Gravity Rush mixed with Flower. It has like some girl, I believe she had like white hair or something, and when she was walking, there was like plants growing. Did you remember seeing that?
I do not recall.
It stuck out to me as a fun little. I can only imagine it's probably like a 4-hour game or something. A fun little $10-15 game. You gonna look it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll remove this dead air, maybe.
No.
Just fill it in.
So, Felipe, what is your least favorite trailer from the Game Awards?
Least favorite trailer? Oh, God.
What was the game you're like, I am not going to play this?
Well, I want to say kind of a mix of between that. Fantastic trailer, Diablo. I ain't going to play that. But that trailer was so good. This is the one.
Okay, yeah, this just looks like Journey.
Yeah, it looks like Journey and Gravity Rush. And then because she's plants and the way she like flows reminds me of when you're the flower flowing through, and similar to
Flower?
Cat. And,
okay.
Yeah, Flower. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was...
Both similar to Journey.
Okay.
Same developer. That game company.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, look, see? This reminds me of Flower. Audio people, sorry. There's only audio people. If y'all are watching, what the heck? How'd you...
Look at the After Us trailer so you can match along with us.
Maybe I'll post some of this.
I guess there's a video version on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll see how much time I have to edit. I got a lot of stuff to do, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this looks like a fun 4-hour experience. Maybe 5. Look at all that. There's a spear. See that dog?
I don't want to see that dog.
Well, a dog coming. Look at that. That's a dog.
I thought you were into cats. What's going on?
Hey, man, all animals.
Except foxes.
Except for foxes. It's because you don't know. I can't. Anyways. I'm not going to get into it. But anyways, so that was one that was neat.
Start a fox
yeah, I was going to start a
other
rant.
Animals to be.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember seeing that game Replaced?
Yeah.
That one was cool. I wrote down here, Pixel Batman Gambit game. It just looked like it. The way he looked kind of looked like Gambit. But yeah, man, just that. It reminded me of that one Xbox game that they announced like thousands of years ago, and then like no one, and like never released. At least I don't think. But just very cyberpunky style. Do you remember that one?
No.
It was pixel art also.
No.
Dang it.
When I think of Xbox games that never came out, it was like that Devil May Cry looking one.
Oh, yeah.
The dragons.
Yeah, I remember that one. What's that one called? Say it with the O. Whatever.
This is, by the way, this what is this called? Replaced.
Replaced.
This does not look like a Felipe game.
No, but I just love how it looks. Look at that, man. That's a pixel character right there.
In like a year and 2 months from now, Felipe, I guarantee, will be complaining about how this game was not as good as he was hoping.
I ain't gonna play it. This is probably Xbox exclusive. Reminds me of the other one. Just look at it. Look at it. He's petting a dog. I don't know.
This does make me think. Are there games that you plan on checking out now that they were nominees?
Oh, no. Game Awards doesn't really do that for me. Any kind of awards, even with like movie. I actually sometimes with movies I do that. Like if it's like up for an Oscar or something, I might do that. But with games, I can look at a game and look at gameplay or a trailer and just know it's not for me. And a lot of the times, if I didn't check it out already, I wouldn't go back because I knew it wasn't for me to begin with. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. See, because of Game Pass, you've kind of already got a fair amount of the nominees on there.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I am gonna go play Immortality. I've got it downloaded already.
That one, I mean, that's on Netflix. So
is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. So because it's a video that you play.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta check it out. I can play it too. In my Game Pass, Netflix. My next thing that I have written here. Did you write any games down? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Hades. I'll talk about Hades for the next 20 minutes.
No. God. I'm trying to keep the audience, not have them run away.
Yeah, run away to the store to go purchase Hades. You're right.
Anyways. Tekken. Got to see some more Tekken. I'm a big fan of Tekken. I was just happy to see more gameplay. Still no Christy Monteiro. So, it would have been a 10 out of 10 gameplay reveal if she was in it. That's who I thought it was at first. I'm like, there's no way they're teasing Christy right at the beginning. When she had her hand with the glove. And I'm like, Christy. But there was no feather on that glove, so I knew it wasn't her.
It's not... I don't know if it's how fair of a comparison it is, but when I look at like those Street Fighter trailers, like that has me way more hyped than that Tekken trailer.
Those games suck though.
No,
I will say this.
No.
Street
Fighter looks fantastic.
Let me tell you. Street Fighter does indeed suck in most instances. However, you damn right about this new Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That looks incredible. I love it. And then like was it during the Game Awards they had the reveal of like them 3 new characters or something? That looked great. I mean that French lady, she was doing some fun stuff. This Street Fighter is the first Street Fighter ever in existence that I was like, you know what? I might try that out. And I love the dumb, stupid Pokemon Stadium mini games they got, and like the little story mode and customized character and all that. It looks great, but I just never liked Street Fighter gameplay, so we'll see. So that's why I was more excited about Tekken. I'll agree that the trailer wasn't very good for Tekken 8. But I do know the gameplay is, and it's far superior than Street Fighter. Are there any 2D
fighting games you're into?
Mortal Kombat.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Justice.
Okay. Well, I mean,
what?
Those are the same in my head.
No. Justice 2. Far superior.
To what?
Mortal Kombat.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna say it. Mic drop. But not this one.
You like... Wait, you're saying Injustice is better than Mortal Kombat?
Injustice 2.
Is better than Mortal Kombat 10 and 11?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
His Twitter is @felipe.gov. I'm just joking.
.gov. That's my website, everybody. Come sign up for health insurance. I don't know. Anyways. So yeah. Tekken 8. Trailer. But I know it's going to be great.
You're already going to get it.
Oh,
they could have shown nothing, and you would
But yeah, I'm not even going to front. The marketing they got going on for this Street Fighter game looks great. I love the art, the little graffiti look for certain characters, and just color. It just looks really fun. Yeah, there you go. Hey! It looks just like a great time. So we'll see. We'll see when it comes out.
For the audience, if you want to know, I was super into Street Fighter 5 at the beginning.
Really?
And it wasn't until Felipe came over, and then I let him play a little bit with me, and then I was like, all right, now I'm going to use my character. And I think I had such a difficult time winning.
Yeah.
After all the practice I put in, I don't think I ever played Street Fighter 5 again. It was like a total
yeah.
Like it was I was so disappointed in myself.
I didn't find this out until months later when I don't know, I think we randomly brought it up. He's like, yeah, I haven't played since you beat me. I felt terrible. I was like, oh, I didn't mean to.
You killed my spirit. Felipe is too good at video games, is what I'm saying.
I definitely am not, but I do understand fighting games, so even button mashing I can kind of understand. Look at this Eddie Gordo ripoff. But anyways,
DJ?
yeah, he was doing capoeira style, but they're making an effort to show that he's using his fists a lot more than Eddie does.
Okay.
But
I mean, I think DJ exists years before.
Oh really?
Eddie
Oh,
does.
I don't know. But okay, the next thing I have here, Banishers.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
It's that Don't Nod game.
Oh.
Life is Strange people, but they
yeah.
doing some action thing now, and it's I put here the Don't Nod Ghost game.
Beyond Two Souls.
What about it?
That's a ghost game.
Oh, it's been a while since I remember hearing that one.
Well,
yeah.
I think of that because there was
Banishers with a B.
I was looking at because I've suggested to Felipe that we do in a future podcast. I'll just say we won't spoil it. The one I texted you about.
Oh, okay. That wouldn't be.
No, I was like, let me go back and look. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
We can
This
tease
is the
it.
best games of the 2010s.
Yeah.
And I looked at what I currently own just to get like a nice refresh into that decade. And I saw Beyond Two Souls. And I very quickly did a little chuckle and then looked away. Like, I just, there's no way I'm bringing that up.
It'll be in the honorary mentions.
I really wanted that game to be good. Anyway, that's not what
I was really hyped for that game. I'm like, hey man, I like Heavy Rain. I like at the time Ellen Page. I like PlayStation games.
You don't like Ellen Page? Or Elle?
No, at the time her name. His, it's difficult.
What
but
is it
at the
now?
time
Eli?
it was Elliot.
Elliot, okay.
At the time, they were known as
Oh,
Ellen
okay.
Page. Big fan. Had a crush on her too. Now it's a little odd. But anyways. Juno, good movie.
Yeah. So we're looking at Banishers right now.
Okay.
And what about this is striking to you?
I'm happy that Don't Nod is moving away from their routine of the Life is Strange and those kinds of games, because they also did Tell Me Why and
Yeah.
something
Captain
else. Well, that was just Life is Strange.
Captain Spirit.
I don't know if that was them. Oh wait, yeah, it was, because they did Life is Strange too. And regardless, they're moving away from the Life is Strange episodic formula, and now they're doing an actual, from what I can see, action-y game. Doesn't look too in depth, but it looks like they're combining what they're good at, which is storytelling, and now they're working on something new. Hopefully, it runs better than their games, because them episodic games can be a little iffy with how they run in between cutscenes. But maybe there's going to be some choices made in this. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm excited. I'm just happy that they're doing something different, and I like the vibe that it's got going on.
I'm surprised you've not yet brought up Death Stranding 2.
They did it. They actually did it. I didn't. I'm like happy and kind of sad because I was really hoping to see this other game Kojima was apparently working on, that more horror based one. Well, I don't know if it's Xbox based or
there is one he's using that's like cloud based.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the horror one that I keep hearing leaks of, but apparently he has some game where he's using the chick that was in Death Stranding, the first one. She played the character Mama. And she's going to be like the main character in this horror game, based on leaks, but like very trusted sources and stuff. And I was hoping to see that, but then when I saw, I saw the I forgot what the actress's name. She's like French, I believe. It's like I don't know what her name was. But anyways, I saw her. I'm like, oh, this is Death Stranding 2, isn't it? And then they showed the little capsule that Lou was carried in. And did you ever play Death Stranding?
No.
Oh, snap. Well,
not at all.
Now you know what the baby's name is.
It's okay.
Sorry, man. It was kind of a reveal at the end.
It's okay.
Okay. You gonna play it?
Probably not.
What the heck?
What?
Play it.
I'm good.
Okay.
That does not seem like a me game.
It's a difficult one to recommend. If there was a way to skip past the... If I could just get you to the story beats, and then there's a way to fast forward between all the carrying packages up mountains and having them fall and you dealing with the stress, I think you would enjoy that game. But it is probably longer than you apparently have time for.
Which isn't entirely true, because like Xenoblade took me a long freaking time, but I like JRPGs, so and my patience for...
Well, this one's Japanese. It's an RPG. There you go.
My patience for the carrying packages might be a little low.
You got Daryl from Walking Dead.
Can you pause that game?
You can pause the game. It's not Dark Souls.
Okay.
Anyways, Death Stranding 2, unique game for sure. Definitely haven't played much like that before. Not an incredible game, but storytelling-wise, very unique. And, yeah, man, Daryl has white hair now. So, I'm in. I'm excited to try it out again.
Can I put a little aside for people? This is not for me. But if you are playing Destiny 2 still... Good for you. I'm glad you're still getting... I'm glad you're still getting content coming your way. I hope it's good. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I played Destiny 1 and never came back. But I hope you are satisfied with what you're getting.
The last thing I have on my list. Very... just a small little thing. Nothing crazy. They released a Forspoken demo.
I predict you will not like that game.
You played it?
No.
Oh.
I just know it's Square Enix, and you just have an agenda against them.
No, I don't, dude. What game did you just play recently because of my recommendation? Avengers.
Okay.
Don't you forget. Okay. And I told you.
Wasn't that Crystal Dynamics?
Was that not Square?
They're not anymore.
Is that the same company?
No, they let them go. They're with Embracer Group now.
That's right. They were at one point tied, and then they're not, right?
Yeah, they let them go. So.
Was it before? Whatever. You know what I mean. Avengers, not a great game, everybody, but the Comic-Con in the beginning is fantastic. That is just fun.
You're not gonna like Forspoken. You're gonna think the story.
I like that actress, even though I haven't seen her in too much. I saw her in Charlie's Angels and a couple other things. Charlie's Angels not a good movie, but she was good. And I like the vibe of this. I really enjoy the way, the movement, how she's like gliding through and shifting and using all her powers. It looks fun. And I'm happy that there's a demo. I will check it out. I just couldn't download it because I was literally paused towards one of the ending cutscenes in God of War, and I didn't want to screw that up. So, you want to talk about the game of the year?
I still need to beat it. I've gone back to it, and it's so intimidating every time.
Oh, yeah, go back with me, man. I'm going to restart it soon.
Okay.
Anyways, Elden Ring won Game of the Year. God of War pretty much won every other...
Not Best Direction.
What one was that? Elden Ring also? Oh, good for them. I don't know about that one. But Elden Ring won Game of the Year, and that's something I predicted. I said God of War is going to win pretty much everything else, and then Elden Ring will win Game of the Year. And honestly, after playing both, just fresh beating God of War, I'm going to have to agree. Elden Ring. That's a game right there. That's a very good game. I put a lot of... I forgot what my time clock was at the end.
Was it triple digits?
Oh, yeah, it was triple digits. I'm trying to remember if I hit 200 or not in the hours.
200?
I got close. I'm either thinking 186 or 168, but regardless, over 150 hours put into Elden Ring, and I will restart it soon so I can get the platinum. Jeez, I screwed up. I did the save at the right time, and I could not do one of the quest lines that I needed to. I screwed that up.
Felipe does not play games for very long.
I do not.
So if he played 150 plus hours of Elden Ring, there's probably something there.
Yes. That is a really good game. Oh, man, just thinking about it. God of War, though. That's a good game, too, man. It's a good game. I can't wait for you to play it.
One day.
If
it was on Game Pass, I would have played it already.
You will never get it. See, never mind. I'm not going to get into Game Pass. Oh, God.
Felipe hates Game Pass.
I don't hate Game Pass. I just think that it affects the quality of the games, and that's evident in recent releases.
I don't know, because there's some developers, one in particular.
I'm talking about first party.
That was
first party games.
There's one developer in particular.
Just
like,
look at Halo.
This was my passion project, and I would not have been made without Game Pass. And I'm like, it's good for you. I'm enjoying it too.
What game?
It is not a Felipe game. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Have you seen anything of Pentiment?
Oh God, I heard that game got really good scores.
I'm loving that game. It is not a Felipe game. It is not a Felipe game at all.
They just announced that like a couple months ago, right? I remember us talking about that on one of the casts. Mm-hmm. Oof. Oh yeah, Xbox Showcase. That's what we watched or something, right? Mm-hmm. We were excited about that. Ooh, no.
As I am very much enjoying it, but I
literally
am telling you
everything about that game.
You like reading?
Nope. I don't like reading. I did not like the aesthetic. I didn't like the gameplay style. The name. No. Good for people that I'm happy you're enjoying it. I'm happy
without
that
Game Pass,
I'm
that
happy
game
that
wouldn't
it's
have been made.
That's not true.
That's what the developer said.
Yeah, he's lying. He's being paid. He's being paid by Xbox.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for what I had. I mean, a lot of awards. There was that weird thing at the end. I don't know if you really want to talk about it. That kid.
We don't need to give him more attention.
Yeah, just some kid that wanted to ruin the Game of the Year spotlight and just jumped in and started saying stupid stuff. I'm glad he was arrested. Not that it did anything, but so stupid.
A highlight that's not trailer related was we mentioned this off air. The one guy jamming out when in the Game of the Year awards.
The
orchestra, yeah.
Yeah, he was having a jolly old time on his flute, and there are some people that just love life, and he's just one of those people. And he loves his job, and he was up there just he's like, you know what? I just saw Halsey backstage. I am playing this jamming medley here in front of people. People are hyped. This is a good time, and you can just see it in his face.
And he was jamming out to the Xenoblade music.
Well,
so that says something.
Yeah, should have won best score. I don't know. But yeah, little fun things to mention here and there. It was fun seeing both the cast of The Last of Us, the original voice actors, Troy and Ashley Johnson, and Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Both. You saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, when they were both next to each other, so that was cool. And great that they're also going to be in the Last of Us show. Did you catch them in the newest trailer?
I haven't watched that trailer.
Watch it right now.
We can watch it after
okay.
we say goodbye.
Yeah, they're both in it,
okay.
but you have to pause to see. But yeah, that was fun. That one we don't have the name of it here, but that one crime boss game.
Oh, well,
looks interesting.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, got Danny Trejo, Danny Glover, Chuck Norris. Was Al Pacino in it? I know he presented the.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, whatever. A whole bunch of old people were in it, but good for them. Oh, I mean, you forget Idris Elba, man. In Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Rooker's in it too now. I don't know if he was in the original story or not, but he was in the trailer. And that looked good too. And his rainbow hair.
You went to that. You went to that somewhat recently.
Cyberpunk? Yeah, and then other stuff came out, so I stopped. What came out? What was I playing? Whatever.
Is it Elden Ring?
No, that was recent. Cyberpunk was after Elden Ring and after Horizon. Then I jumped in, but then something else came out that I bought.
Make sure to comment in the comment section on YouTube on the video version what console you think Felipe plays. Because everything has come from there.
I mean, I'm playing the best console. I mean, #1 selling console in the U.S. this year. What's up? No, maybe Switch got that, actually. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of Switches getting sold.
Yeah, there's a lot of Switches. Bring a Switch 2. Okay. I have not played this newest Pokemon game because I heard it runs terribly.
That's not because of the Switch.
I heard it's because of the Switch.
Xenoblade is doing amazing things on that hardware.
Yeah, I know.
And this is on
this is Game
Freak. This is on them.
Yeah, come on, Game Freak. I just want a new Switch because, better Smash,
All right, well, anything else to add, Felipe?
No.
Okay.
Look forward to our discussion of our awards, I guess, for 2022. But we need just a little more time. I want to play some more games, get our minds together, and actually do a good layout and have our categories.
Honestly, what we should do is, and this is going to be interesting, the problem we run into is a lot of the time we play games that the other person didn't play.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And maybe you need to branch out and play some other things.
I played Stray.
Okay. I did not play Stray.
There you go.
I did not play God of War.
You got to play
I
it.
enjoyed my time with Elden Ring.
Yeah, you got to beat it, man.
But I already know that's going to be a big fight. And Felipe's stubborn.
Well, no, we don't have to decide between ourselves who's going to. No, that's not going to go well because we're not going to play each other's games. We're just going to say,
no, I'm going to loan you Xenoblade. You're going to play the first 30 minutes.
You haven't even let me play freaking Metroid Dread.
I'll give because you said you're busy.
I am. I got a lot of
playing 150 hours of
over
150 hours of Elden Ring.
I'm going to hit that 200 mark when I replay it. Get my platinum trophy.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. And there's just something you haven't probably been able to do in a while. Yeah. And we want to just give you a little reminder that you need to get this done.
Yeah, make sure that you keep it educated.